Good afternoon. Hopefully everybody is having a fantastic or Saturday or Sunday, as the case may be, depending upon where in the world you are. Today we're going to start building the island that we put kind of a shape for in the other week. Today I've been kind of busy. I put some more villagers in the trading hall and hi Ali, thank you for the meow. How are you doing? Hopefully you're doing okay. And I put in a melon and a pumpkin farm. So still haven't decided what to do with the rest of this area. Hi Gashil, how are you doing? So yep. We now have automated pumpkins and melons instead of my manually having to craft them. You're assembling your army, are you? Okay, that's cool. So yep. The only thing with the pumpkins, with the melons, obviously, is they don't come out whole because the pistons break them. Right, so I have a whole bunch of deep slate cobble. We are going to head up here and start yep, that's definitely more than fine. Right, so we need to start first of all, grab some resources into the inventory. Pendle sword too. Well, I'm sorry you died, but I'm glad you were able to get your stuff back quickly. That's the main thing, that you were able to re-gear back up. There are now extra villagers in there, so there are a number of extra farmers. Right, so I need to make a beeline for that. So we're just putting in the framework, so to speak. And then what I'll have to do later at some point is put in a whole platform of dirt or whatever blocks so that I can then begin detailing on the outside. But first things first, let's shape things. And all I'm going to be doing is doing an upside down mountain kind of thing. Let's move out a little bit. That way it's not too much in a straight line. Because it's supposed to be a mountain, and mountains, very few yes, there are some straight lines in mountains, but they're not usually tons of them. So. And we can start working the way in slightly. Well, that's a plan anyway. Right. And I brought a whole bunch of torches with me so I can light things up. I don't want to have to be fighting mobs, especially creepers. That would not be fun. Right, so we now have the first line in. Then need to take out another line. I've just got to decide where it's going to go to. I think I'm going to try and aim for that corner there. And we will see where we get to. Fortunately, I have a lot of deep slate cobble. Thanks for... Ali gave me some of this and I dug some of this and... Yep, it's awesome. Although I need to sort out what all the different variants of greys and dark greys and light greys for this island. This island's going to be the more let's think of a term. It's not more fire island kind of thing with lava and lava waterfalls and stuff like that. Well, that's a plan anyway. Oh. So at some point, I'm going to have to... I'm not sure whether to set up a lava collection system. It might be easier than going to the resource world and collecting lava that way. Because I believe you can now automate lava collection. I need to do a lot of basalt. Yep, I will have to get some basalt and all sorts of other fun bits and bobs. Some, let's say, I'm not sure, it's a case of figuring out which are the darker variants, but yeah, basalt, the smooth basalt and so on. Right, so I need to make a way over, think to that corner there now. And then I'll go down to there and then bring this line up to meet that corner. So that one there. Okay. And I believe you can do basalt generators now too. The problem is obviously I'm going to have to put it in an area of the build that there isn't a lot of wood in the starter farm area. Which is interesting because a lot of the build has been made with wood. You don't know how I don't understand how your build sense works. I just know I don't have it. Basically, I just pick a point of mountains go up. Yes, it's an island, so it's coming from a point instead of going there upwards, I'm coming from there downwards, from here upwards. It's just a case of, okay, I know what a mountain should look like. I'll just try and figure out if I can get it to look something reasonable. I don't understand it myself. I never considered myself very good at arty kind of stuff. I've always been I was always good at copying something. If you know what I mean, when I did art, if you wanted me to reproduce a picture, I could copy it. But because it's blocks, I think it's easier for me because of the way it's limited. Okay. Here comes the annoying phantoms. Because there's not quite as much fine detail. Although there's detail, we're limited in what we can choose for detail. Right, let's get the bed and let's reset the timer so I don't have more of these things coming in to get me. I remembered to bring a bed. Oh, there's nothing silly about drawing comics. Hey. You were able to draw comics. So in my view, that's an awesome talent to have. Because that is not an easy thing to do. Whereas my drawings turned out like stick insects or splodgers. Yep. I'm definitely not the artist in the family. My sister was very good with where art was concerned. Me, not so much. Hi, Bowser. I am working on the first of the floating islands. So at the moment I'm creating the underside of the island. I'm putting in the wireframe, for the want of a better word. I've got some points of reference that I need to start at and build up. But that's the plan at the moment. I think I'm a little bit higher than I need to be, but hey, I'm not going to worry too much about it because the detail work will come on afterwards. At the moment, it is basically a wireframe. And once I've got the wireframe work in and connected all the dots, like the dot to dot, then I will put the dirt, scaffolding, whatever I use underneath and put the detail work in. So yeah. So I need to go down to that one and bring that one up to here and then figure out a point for it to go to. Okay. Hi, Esney. Thank you for the screech. I was looking around. I was very confused because I'd just slept. And it was a case of, okay, how can there be phantoms around? I'd just literally slept. It's all good. It's kind of funny and amusing. You had me completely confused. That's all I can say. So it's nothing to apologise for. It's definitely funny. Let's make this oops, no. Oh, I forgot to put the torches in on the other bits. I'm going to have mobs up there. Oh dear. I guess I'm going to have to Hope there isn't too much up there when daylight comes. And go check again. How are you doing? He was definitely funny. Right, so I need to come up a bit steeper. The angle's too shallow. It's all good. We'll get there. So how are you doing today, Esney? And you too, Gash? Not too bad. Well, like I say, this is the first time working 4 weeks until I start your new job. Oh, cool. You started a new job? Congratulations on the new job. Okay. It's awesome to hear. Right, so let's put down some torches. I may have a bit of fun with some of it because obviously some of it's a couple of blocks tall. But if I don't light it up now, it's going to be horrendous when I log on tomorrow to continue working in the area. Especially European mornings because there are fewer people on the server. You're just finishing your song on TT. That's awesome. Doing music blocks and songs is I did look into trying to do that kind of thing, and yeah, getting your head around it. Kudos to you. Definitely that. It's a case of it's an awesome thing to be able to do. Right, so let's light this up. Seems really weird. I'm used to doing the mountains the other way around. I honestly have, like I say, I downloaded the program, tried to look for a tutorial on it, tried playing with it, and yeah, 6,000 notes played with about 4,000 note blocks. That's a lot. Right, so we're heading for that centre point there. So we need to come up a bit and definitely move out a bit as well at the same time. There are some people who are really good when it comes to note blocks. And obviously Esne's one of them. I look forward to hearing what you came up with, because it's not an easy thing to do. Move this way a bit. How we're doing. I need to make it a little bit steeper again. The way this update does this is very freaky. So what is it, a song you've created, or is it a specific song from somewhere? Song is finished, so you can go now and listen to it. That would be cool. Just give me a minute to finish this. And Spectre by Alan Walker. Okay. Not a problem, just like I said, as soon as I've got to that ridge line. Whereabouts is it, Esne? Less than 30 people. We've got what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1734. We've got better part of 50 people online at the moment. Would you say recommend it for another time, or shall we try it anyway? And then I just don't want to spoil it for people, because obviously you put a lot of work into it, so I want it to be shown at its best. I tell you what I'll do. Monday night streams are usually there's fewer people on Titancraft at that point. So how about on Monday, as part of the stream, we listen to that? So south about 500 blocks, just over the public wool farm. That's awesome. I'm happy to go now to listen to it, and we can see how it sounds. Or we can wait and hope Monday is quieter. What would you think is best, Esne, as it's your song? And as long as you're happy for it to be done on stream. Okay, so if you want to try and play it, and if you're happy, yep, there's no rush. I'm going to be streaming for another hour and a half, so yeah, there's plenty of time. Right, so we've got up to there. Trying to think. So I need really to go to that point there. Yeah, a little bit more shallow. Come on. Loading blocks. Yeah, it's a very I would like to see what shape I've got so far because I don't want it too zigzaggy, but I don't want it too straight either because I'm trying to head for that. But I don't want to go straight to that. That's better. But then you said you were at work as well, so I don't want to cause you problems with you being at work either, Esney. Oops. Right, so that will come to here. Okay. Oh, you're not working right now. Okay. Right. That's not too bad. So this point needs to go to that point there, but it also needs to go to that point there. So we'll head this way first. I'm glad we're over water. That's all I can say. Working and working are two very different things. It depends on your job. Some jobs you can listen to stuff in the background. Whereas other jobs, yeah, not so much. The boss would get pretty mad. I know when I worked full time in the office, we were not allowed music or anything else. It was very much frowned upon. Mhm. Yeah, that's the thing. I can when I'm working from home, but if I'm in the office, nope. Right, let's grab some more cobble. So we need to start going up at a steeper angle now. But also work our way over a little bit. Too bad right now. Okay, that's fine. We can try it on Monday or another time when it's a bit quieter. But I really would like to hear it, so that'll be awesome to do. Yeah. So what I'll do is I'll try and do it on Monday stream. It's right similar time on Monday. There's usually fewer people on then, because it's the middle of the workday kind of thing in the US. Right, we're getting there. Can we reach it yet? Not quite. Another block. Then I can bring it down from underneath and match up. European mornings are for getting the spawners to work. Yep. It's early Sunday mornings usually pretty good. The day-night cycle's pretty much normal at that point. Right, so we're beginning to get some lines in anyway. I want to head to that corner. And here we go again with the invisible blocks. I really don't like the invisible blocks. It's not so bad here, but it's definitely very freaky when you're over lava. So let's see if we can shape around a little bit, get closer. I'm not too worried about this one being so steep because of the theme of the island. I want things eventually to be some jaggy parts sticking out. But yeah, I guess I need to look up to see if you can automate lava farming. I know you can put it into cauldrons. I'm just not sure if you can scoop it out, if a dispenser dropper kind of thing can scoop it or not. Or else if it has to be manually done. Okay. Good job I've got an iron farm, that's all I can say. Right, so we're almost there, so let's see if I can reach around the corner. There we go. Another stack of torches. And yes, I'm probably putting them too close together, but hey. Okay, so semi-AFK, you need to click the bucket. Bishop built a little one at our base. Looks really neat. Oh, that's awesome. So even if it's semi-AFK, at least it's a lot better than me having to go into the nether and manually get the lava. Because that would be a pain. Right, so whereabouts do I decide to go to there from? I think I'll come from here. Then once we've got this bit in, maybe not. Just notice that one down there. So that wouldn't work. Take that out. Because that has to come up to here. So I can't go up if I'm going... I can't go up that way if I need to come up from there to here. Yep. And that's why I plan to build these floating islands over water. Because, yep. I will fall a lot. Hi Sylvia, how are you doing? Good to see you again. So, yep. I'm definitely glad I'm building over water. Otherwise there would be a lot of splatification. Right, so I need to head to there from here. Which isn't very far, but it is very tall. Right, so... a couple of flattish blocks in just to break it up so it's not quite as steep all the way. There we go. Because then this one would head to that one where I was originally going to take that. But and this one down here also needs to... Which one's nearest? It needs to head to that line there too. So let's get that line in. Just going to make this a little bit flatter here and then start going up. I hope they fix this invisible thing soon. Come on. Load in. That's really, really weird. Okay, let's fly away a little bit and come back. Hi, Wurzel. How are you doing today? So let's see if we can work our way back over there. I'm assuming you've got plenty of stone and cobblestone. No, not really, Ali. Bit miffed. Do you watch the news much? Nope. I haven't watched television in over a decade. I read the newspapers occasionally, and that's about as far as I go. It's all good because I can make a stone and a cobblestone generator. It's not a big deal. Isn't not having much of it at this point of it. I have a number of shulkers of stone and a few shulkers of cobble, but it'll get there. Right, so let's... You okay, Wurzel? Oops, that's not where I want the blocks. Ah, you were part of... You worked for P&O, did you? Yep, a lot of people are mad about that. Yep, I've heard of that one. The way I figure it with news-wise, I get to hear about the important stuff. And that's important, and that is a really sucky thing for them to do. So yeah, I can understand on that one. And I'm really sorry that it has happened. Especially after so long. Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely tough blokes. So yeah, I'm really sorry that you've been affected by that. That anybody has been affected by that. I need to get up there. Because all in and outs of it aside, that should never be allowed to happen. There are laws, and they obviously aren't paying attention to them. So yeah, you have my sympathies on that one, and I'm hoping things get a lot better. Good. Because yeah, you definitely have the sympathies of the vast majority of the country, if not the whole country. Because yeah, that's just not on. Right, so from here, just trying to think where I need to take this one next. I think both that and that need to come up to this point. Then that needs to go to there, and that needs to go to there. And then I can figure out where along this ridge line we get to these two. So I think this is a closer one. Whoops. Right. So you doing okay yourself, Wurzel? Obviously, it's going to be you're out of work, etc. But and it sucks big style. I'm just asking if how you're doing. But say if you want to, or not as how you feel like doing. Right, so we need to head to that line. Oops, that's not what I want. I don't want torches there. I will want torches there later, but not just now. Right, so let's do a little bit more. Let's curve the line a little bit. You're okay. Good. It is a fresh start. And it's good that you're staying positive. And I spent, what, let's say, it's not quite as long as you, in one career path. I spent, from 16 till 33, 34 as a sewing machinist. I then went back to school and became an IT tech. So you're never too, and there were people there who were changing professions in their 50s. And you can always find a positive in it. It means you can spend more time with the wife and the family. Even though it's a kick in the teeth. And new jobs, yeah, you can always try something in the same field, or you can try something different. But my fingers are crossed that things work out for the best for you and your family, and for everybody else in that situation. That's a concern. I'm an older gentleman and I might not. Oh, experience counts for a lot too. And it's not just job experience, it's life experience. You will be surprised how much that counts for things. Yeah, well, the wife's probably happy that you're going to be about a bit more rather than spending the money wise. Not that that's meant as in a negative way. You get to spend a bit more time with the family. Is a way I'm looking at it as a positive for you. I think I need to head to that point there. I was going to head to there, but I think I'm going to change it to there. But Like I say, my fingers are crossed for you that you find something you enjoy doing, whether it's in the same line of work or something different. Plus, you get to spend a little bit more time playing Minecraft. It will be a little bit new for you. Well, for a couple of weeks until you get yourself sorted and figure out what you want to do. Yeah, because I don't know about you, but me, yeah, whenever I've been out of work, and it has happened a couple of times, it drives me nuts after a few weeks. True. Very true. But you don't know. Like I say, it may end up being very much a positive. Even though some people have the common sense of a gnat and need a 2x4 taken to their schools sometimes. Not that I'd ever really do it, but they make you wonder where their brains are. Yeah, I've been off with the appendix operation, so I'm already getting to that point. Yeah, I kind of know that one. It's nice to have a few weeks every once in a while. And I mean more than the normal 2 weeks you'd get. For a holiday kind of thing. I know about once a decade I usually take a month off and go do something fun. Like backpack around the States. But then again, I took 6 months off and went around New Zealand and Australia. So yeah. Not that travelling's as easy as it used to be at the moment. Now let's move out a little bit and round the corner. So what are you working on Titancraft at the moment, Wurzel? If you don't mind my asking. So let's... Because terrible with names. Esney has been working on a music note block song. I'm looking forward to hearing on Monday. At the moment, a large airship. My original plan failed due to lack of space. Oh, that's a shame. I take it you couldn't find a different area to build it in? Or did it require a specific set of circumstances? But an airship does sound cool. Right. Because I look forward to seeing the airship. I do enjoy seeing what people come up with on here. There's so many different ways of playing the game, from Esney's music blocks, note blocks, to an airship, and so on. It was an underground kingdom, but the caves around me are occupied. Well, that's a shame. Well, we've got the seed now. And you know what the world border's set at? I wonder if you could check the seed to see if you could find a large enough cave and then check that. But obviously, because we're still only, what, 6 weeks into the season? 5, 6 weeks in? But not that there's anything wrong with doing the airship, because the airship sounds awesome. Right. I think here to there. Maybe not. Because I've still got that ridgeline there to find a point for. Ah, yeah, and I've got a block there as well, haven't I? So I need to get up to that block first. How close is that to that? That looks very close. I think I'm going to need to check that point out. That might be in a bad location. Whoops. Yep, I guess it can do, yeah. You went looking and found some nice mountains that I thought we could do a thing, put town on. Yep, that's awesome. Sometimes you just need to rethink what you're planning to do. I've done that a number of times. Yeah, this isn't too bad. This bit here is going to be a very steep bit though. I'm going to have to go from there to here and there to here. Then from here, from there up to here. So let's get these 2 points in first though. Yeah. But it sounds like you've come up with an awesome plan. You can always do the other at some other point. Or figure a different way of doing it. On a different at a different season. This is pretty steep. I'm kind of concerned at how steep it is. But it sounds awesome. Steampunk in the mountains. Yep. Tango streaming on Twitch. Yep. Yeah, because it's a Hermitcraft stream weekend this weekend. Just give me 2 seconds. We're about to do a restart. And that's a perfect time for me to just take care of something when the page loads. And I'm pretty sure that's not picking up anything. That's good. Let's go back to server list on there. And okay.
Yeah, I'll just give it to you. I'm not really sure.
Yes. Okay, so the server's back up, so we'll log back in. Oops. That always sounds a bit weird. As if I'm about to fall instead of it just trying to figure out which block you're on. At some point tomorrow, Ali, do you want me to pop over and have a look at your tunnel, the tunnel you're building? Oops. Because I said I would pop over and give you a hand with that. That's cool. I will pop over tomorrow. Whenever we're both on at the same time. Right. Okay. Torching time again. My problem's going to be some of this joining that to this, I think. Because there's not a great deal of space with some of it. I guess I will figure it out as I go along, and if I need to redo some of the wireframing, then I will redo some of the wireframing. Won't be the first time. Expertise, I'm not an expert in anything, trust me. I am if anything, a jack of all trades, master of none. But it doesn't bother me none. I have fun with the game, and that is the main thing. Right, so this needs to go to there. Oh, the Pulverizer Tool. That's an awesome tool. I was in chat with some of the guys earlier today, and they found out that the Pulverizer pick, if you use it on a quartz blocks, gives you the quartz. So you could buy the quartz blocks from a villager, use that on it, and have plenty of quartz for your redstone stuff. Which is definitely an awesome thing. Because getting quartz, yeah, that's another trip and a bit. No, this is something we get from the above. When you get the Titan shards, you can trade them in for a tool and do a spin for a tool, and you stand one of the ones that you may get when you have the random chance of a different tool kind of thing. So yeah, it's the above items. It's what, so a pulverizer, break stuff down kind of thing into what its component bits are. Or was it an extractor? I may be wrong. I may be thinking the wrong tool. But I know there is one of the tools that you can use the pick on. Yeah, it turns cobble into gravel. Wonder if it's the extractor I'm thinking about. I can't remember. And I can't say I've slept since then. I just don't tend to do much above stuff, so I haven't been to the above this season. I don't think I went to the above last season either. And I think I only went once, maybe twice the season before. It's just not my thing. Oh, don't get me wrong, some people have a fantastic time up there. They really do. With the pig races and the boat races, it's not all mobs. There's a whole bunch of stuff. There's some puzzles, etc. And especially if you've got an elytra, you don't have to deal with a lot of the mobs if you're just going to do stuff like that. It is a cool area and it is worth seeing. It's just that, yeah, I tend to die a lot up there and it can become a bit of a pain after a while. Right, so I want to bring that to here. And then I want to figure out a line from there up to there. Oops. Guess I could take it out this way. This isn't really going to be a very steep. It goes up what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 8 or 9. Maybe a couple more. But yeah, I know there's a lot of people who enjoy doing the above. That's definitely a good thing. Considering the amount of work that the mods and staff have put into creating the area. But then again, they put a lot of work into a lot of things. Our resetting end cities. Yeah. The amount of work they've had to put in over the years for it, and because obviously when each update of Minecraft happens, it can mean a change to what they've already done. I've got to admit, we have an amazing team that does that. Oh yeah, definitely a lot of work. Right, so now it's going to be a case of figuring out where to join things to. It's like this one will need to join up there too. And I'm not too worried about it being blocky 4x4s at the moment because, like I said earlier, there's going to be walls and slabs and stairs of all different, and blocks of all different greys and blacks. So I need to go get some black stone too, etc. But I think I may have to set up the if I head to there, then that can head up to there as well. And we'll try and figure it out as we go. The lava, because that's going to take a while to accumulate. So Tango's building a slime farm. Yep, that definitely would pique JP's attention. Right, so let's head to there. I don't think I'm going to head up all the way. I think I'm going to merge in somewhere along this line. Hi TP, thank you for the resub with the Prime. It is much appreciated. Thank you very much. Five months, wow. That's a fair chunk of time. You guys have been awesome. You really have. Right, so that needs to go up here somehow. How are you doing, TP? It's an upside down mountain. It's going to be floating islands. So the way I'm looking at it, it's an upside down mountain. Obviously, I'm going to have to shape the edges so they taper in, etc. But the way I figure it is the best way for me to view it is not as a floating island, but as an upside down mountain. It makes it a little less daunting. I'm just trying to think of where the next ridge line will be. I know I need a ridge line there, but because of the way it curves out and back in, I want to make that a shallow area across there and up to there. So I'm thinking this ridge line should probably head to there. What I'll need to do soon is start filling in some of this so I can actually see what I've got to play with. I don't want to put too many lines in because some of these may end up coming. That's cool, Ali. Yep. Hey. The thing is, I've built mountains. So for me to put it in those terms, it makes it a little easier for my brain. It doesn't feel as intimidating. It's still kind of scary because it's a new thing, especially as it's upside down. Yeah, me, no, I wouldn't know anything about mountains. Not really. Mountains can be fun. coming from the person who, the first time I started terraforming, I was terrified of the stuff. It was a case of, yeah, no, this isn't my thing. This is going to be awful. I guess we don't know if we don't try. And now the mountains come out okay. At least I'm not embarrassed to show them. Yeah, let's head a little bit more this way. So, right. By the way, if I haven't said it already, I love the spawn build you did. For those of you who aren't aware, TP built spawn. And then claims he can't build. It is awesome. See? Other people agree with me. Right. Like I say, this bit here, I think I'm going to leave till towards the end because I'm not 100% sure on how things are going to work that way. So I'm going to go back over there and start filling things in a little bit. Oh, I forgot to put torches down, didn't I? So we'll start off on this side and start filling bits in. And yes, it's all cobble at the moment that's going, or deep slate cobble. But this is going to be the underlying foundation. All the other blocks are going to go on the top. Right. Bring that block there. But yeah, it's definitely cool. Right. Let's move you out here. And you can't hide your build this season from Tango. It has to be shown off because it's spawn. Unlike some of the previous ones. But I must admit, I still love your castle that you did. All the angles. Oops. You two shouldn't be there. Like I say, I'm not too worried about how these are going because obviously there will be a lot of detail blocks. Going on the outside. Whereas this is a big enough area that I may be able to hide a couple of farms in here if I need to. What I need to figure out is some auto crop farms that aren't going to take villagers, if there are any, that is. Right, so this needs changing. This is too straight. Let's just bring that ridge line out a little bit. It needs a shape. If it's too straight, yeah, no. Oh, never mind then. But I'm sure he's probably seen it already when he was on the server with Mrs. T. And he probably definitely saw it during the server start. Right, so. Don't like that. I really don't like that bit. It's not going to work. Like I say, I can always add additional details from underneath. Right, so to set up a lava farm, I'm going to need some lava, some dripstone. Yeah, I'm more worried about the actual build I'm doing this season. Are you helping Rocket with part of that, or you doing your own thing? I can't remember what you're doing this season. Sorry, TP. There's so many people doing this, that, and t'other. Plus, there's so many people helping Rocket. I lose track of who's helping him and who isn't. And if you're not, what are you working on? If you don't mind my asking. You don't have to answer if you don't want to. Just because I ask a question, it isn't compulsory to answer. I started working on Oz, but I stepped away. Uh-huh. That's fine. Working in a group can be difficult. It really can. I helped out with Minas, but when I'm working on something, I'll be the first to admit I can be very selfish because it's my build, it's what's in my head. I don't have an issue working on other people's builds and giving them a hand. It's just that when it comes to my builds, they're mine. Yeah. I am sure you will come up with something, TP. But it's got to be something you want to do. Not just something for the sake of doing something. Something you're going to have fun with. Cool. I'm sure you will. You will find something you want to do. And I may call on you for tips for building castles, because I've never built a castle. And yeah, this season, right, so I now need to put a ridge line in between here and here. It's going to be interesting. I'm not asking you to build anything, I will just be asking for tips and pointers. Because I've seen your castles, yeah. They're amazing. Oh. Yeah, so not as much, I'm the same way, not as much about Minecraft, but about things in general. Yeah. That's cool. But yeah, I must admit, I, as my family well know, I'll give them the shirt off my back. I love them dearly, but I do things in my own way, in my own time, and you can't push me to do something I don't want to do. I can be really, really stubborn. Right, so let's break this one up and head for there. Yeah, and thanks for that, TP, because yeah, I must admit I'm kind of worried about the castles because I've never built a castle. I've done modern builds, I've done the Tudor builds, castles, and nope. I've done interiors for a castle. Right, so that one needs to come down as well. It doesn't want to come down here. Where does that one want to come down to? That needs to go to there. Yeah. Get rid of you because you're too square. Problem's going to be this. I've got to join it in. Too bad. I won't know how good it is until I see it from the outside. If we can pull this over and down a bit, get it to work in. Yeah. So you're there, so let's pull you down. You need to come over and down. We've got, like I say, it's kind of filling in the lines. Castles are an interesting case because everyone has their own idea of what the castle looks like. After having done 2 big ones, I think I'm going to do something else this season. But they're certainly fun to try ones. Yep. That's what I figured. For mine, the whole build's going to be different kind of things. There are 5 floating islands. This island's going to have lava and stuff like that on it. So it's going to be a lot of dark blocks. Whereas the other ones, some of the others will be lighter. Right. So how are we doing? You should be able to come over and down. Go. How about you? Can I reach you? Quite a block. You can come over and in. There we go. Oops, wrong place. It's getting there. At least we're beginning to get some shape to the place. The floating islands are fun, but doing bottoms has dissuaded me from doing them so far. Lol. Yeah. Well, the thing is, I figure I'm going to get the shape in, and then I'm going to put a whole lot of dirt and scaffolds in underneath and detail them. Whoops. It's just but yeah, it's not too bad. It's getting some shape to it. I'm not sure if it's the right shape, but obviously once the bone structure's in, the details will go in on top of it. Right, so and let's trying to think which is the best way to bring this bit together. Can I get the side of that block? Yeah. Wasn't sure I would reach it. And there I am with my head tilted as if I can really look round the corner and it's not a flat screen. I don't know what it's me with me and detailing ceilings. It's me. Hey, I had fun detailing the cave roof. I think it's too square, so let's get rid of that. I'm not saying it wasn't a bit of a pain in the backside at times, it was. But yeah, it was fun. And it was even better after I got the green thumb pick. Because that was a season of right before we had moss. So getting mossy cobble was, yeah, interesting. Right, so let's pull this one in and across. And pull it down. I think I need to pull this out a little bit because it's getting a little flat. Right, so if you come down here, should do you. Oh yeah, it was at the time, because in that version of Minecraft you did not have moss. The only way to get mossy cobble was to grow vines. And vines you couldn't automate. You had to manually shear them. Yeah. So when JP gave, I think it was JP gave me a green thumb pick, that made life so much more easier. Oh no, that wasn't that season. That was the season after for Minas. I'm telling a lie. Yeah, for season 5, it was shears. It was shears and vines. Yep. I forget how much trouble it was because I've updated that world because I'm still working on it, and obviously with there being moss now and having a moss farm, it makes it so much easier to get the mossy variants. Right, so this is shaping in okay. Right, so what do I do here? I think I take you across here and up here. And you come out this way. Oh yeah, they did. They had moss in them as well. There was a vine farm in the Nether Hub at one point, if I remember correctly. Okay, so let's build this down a little. Let's grab more. That's a second shulker of deep slate already. But that's fine. It's not hard to get deep slate. There's tons of the stuff. Yeah, they also had mossy stone in them too. But I must admit, this season's Nether Hub has now become my favourite Nether Hub. I do like what Fictional and the crew did with it. I think most people usually like the one that they joined the server with. Seems to be the one they remember the most fondly. Not saying it's always the best, but they remember it fondly because usually it's the first time they've come across Nether Hub and paths that big. Yeah. Me too, Ali. Me too. The amount of work that's gone into it. Yep. Hats off to them. Yeah. It did turn out really great. And I'm glad you guys arranged that to happen. Yeah. There's nothing wrong with it being staff designs, etc. But it's cool every so often for it to be community design too. And what they had it done in just over a month. Well, a month and a day. 29 days, because obviously it was a short month. So yeah. Very impressed. Hide one there, that should block that. Oops, come on. I think some of these are a bit weird shapes. But like I say, it doesn't really matter too much at this point because the detail blocks aren't on. Okay. Let's see if we can take a look underneath now that it's light. Not that it's not too bad a shape. But I think I've had enough of building the shape for the moment. Let's see if we can come into land and figure out where a good variance. People be crazy, huh? Yep, people be crazy. So, what the? Is this you, Ali? I don't recall. If it is, thank you very much, or whoever it is, thank you very much. You're kind of crazy. Whoever it is who left it here is definitely crazy. In a good way. Right, so let's put some of this away for a second. Because what I do need to do is I do need to make a moss farm. And I do need to make deep slate. Like I say, I have a few shulkers of the deep slate. So the lava farm. My only concern with the lava farm is there's a lot of wood in this build. And fire tick is on. I was thinking in here, but I've got logs. Never too much deep slate and cowbell. This might be big enough for putting the moss farm in. I'm just concerned about the lava. The last thing I want is for this thing to catch fire. Okay, you have a great evening, TP, and thank you for stopping by. It is much appreciated, okay? You take care of yourself and have fun. Yeah. If I remember right, fire will spread 5 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Means I'd have to put it at a minimum there, but I don't think it's 5 blocks above that level to that wood. So I think there would be a problem. So anywhere else I can put it. I can always change the floor out in here. Pistons are fine. Behind here are trap doors, so I'd have to come in to at least here. And I can always switch this out, this wood flooring out for something else. It doesn't have to be dark oak. I just used dark oak because I had plenty of it at the time. So theoretically, if I switch this out for, say, something like the granite, and I can build, instead of building that over this way, I can just build that up to make that bigger. Or the, whoops, the other option, whoops, is to land in the water. Nope, but that's not the other option. The other option is I can do this level here and then stop, which should put it in line with that there. I could put a glass flooring or a granite flooring. Then it gives me lots of room in the middle. Then the only thing that could theoretically catch fire is a bamboo. Does bamboo catch fire? It could be a crimson floor, true. That's fireproof. Because this just needs to go up another what? How many blocks was it? So 1, 2, 1, 2. And that would be glass instead. That's 1, 2, 3. So it'd only need to go up 3 more blocks than it currently is. If I could fly. And if I could stop flying. Right, so Wiki says 1 block down and sideways and 4 blocks upwards. Okay, so that makes it even easier. So 4 upwards, 1 sideways and 1 down. Then I could double layer this with crimson or warped and then build on top of it and build in the middle. Because if it's one sidewards, and if I end up putting a spacer block here anyway, that'll take it the one in the fire spread, yeah. Because fire tick is on. So if I had a lava, I don't have blocks on me, do I? Right, first things first. There's a whole bunch of... Where did I put them? It's not it. Trying to think where I put it. Because you gave me a black shulker that had a whole bunch of crimson in. Wool, coal, chorus fruit, books, nether. Brick, banner, grass, plants, warped. There we go. It's all good. For the minute, I'm... Oops. Just want to... Obviously, there's a bunch in here. Because if it's solid, if it's a solid 2, that put it to that level. Which is fine. And one sidewards. So theoretically in the middle. I wonder if I could do the same downstairs. And keep this. I was going to put a bedroom in there. Sorry, thinking aloud. Because this could be changed out to a different colour wood. And it's kind of the same. It's just that it's on the half slab at the moment. Whereas if I did that, it'd just bring it up to there instead. Which is fine. Okay, it gives me options. As long as I can... Definitely gives me options. No, can't. Oh, so it'd have to be the floor above. But that's okay. So we've kind of hit the 2-hour mark. And Tango's streaming, so I'm assuming you're all going to be heading Tango's way. So, and seeing as it's a stream weekend, I won't do the raid. I will just see you all over there. Okay? You guys have a great rest of the day. And for those of you who can, I will see you on Mondays. Same time, which is 2 hours prior from now. Have a lovely evening and a fantastic rest of your weekend. And take care of yourselves. Have fun. Bye.